episode of Decluttering Cut the Clutter, presented by Shekhar Gupta, published by The Print. Today we are going to talk about episode 533 of Cut the Clutter, where Shekhar Gupta talks about two subjects. One is euphoria over the first Rafale aircraft in India from a strategic context. These are his words. And secondly, he talks about the love affair with French fighters and the Indian Air Force. Well, in this episode of Decluttering Cut the Clutter, I am not going to talk about the second part, which is the love affair. Frankly, I am not too good expert in that. But I am going to talk about the euphoria over the first five Rafales in India. And I'm going to analyze if those high decibel euphoria that accompanies the landing of those five Rafales, are they justified or misplaced? Now first, Shekhar Gupta, his insights into defense is far superior, exponentially deeper than what I have. Probably he's been reporting on defense deals when I was in kindergarten. But I had this unique privilege and honor to wear a uniform and be a soldier. And that gives me some insights. And today, what I'm going to talk is based on that insight of being a soldier myself. He starts with saying that five Rafales would not shift any balance of power, either vis-a-vis Pakistan or definitely not with China. Now, I'm going to talk about that, and I would also want to talk about his statement which says, discussing what roles is Rafale play in a strategic context, what role they will play in Ladakh or any other place, is A, misplaced, B, hasty, and C, not mature. We'll talk about that. And we will also talk about that Rafales, they have come to India, but they can't be inducted right away. You need to develop doctrines on how to use and integrate that equipment into the larger context, and only then they can be deployed. We are just going to talk about these 3 points. Point number 1, that Rafale will not shift any strategic balance with Pakistan or China. Now, let's accept the fact that all these 3 nations, Pakistan, India and China, we are all nuclear countries, and therefore there's an inherent nuclear deterrence which will dissuade each country to go on a full-scale war against each other. So the wars of even regional wars, like I would say regional wars where there's not a full-scale war, right? Even 1971, 1965, these are wars which are fought in theaters, right? So even that is a very low probability. What is probable is skirmishes, localized skirmishes, and probably even a localized war like what we had in Kargil. Kargil was a localized war. India and Pakistan faced with each other in the Kargil sector. There was absolutely no war or no action in, let's say, the Rajasthan or the Punjab side of the border. It was all localized in the Kargil war. So, firstly, we should look at that context. Let's look at the Kargil or even the Balakot. Just a handful of aircrafts were used. And there, even a single aircraft like a Rafale would make a lot of difference. Now let's also look at the context in which we bought this Rafale. Well, Shekhar Gupta tells that India's in this hierarchical structure of superiority of war planes. We have the Mirage 2000 right at the top, and then we have the Sukhoi 30s, and then the MiG-29s and the 21s, etc. Even the Jaguars, Jaguars are are ordered in 1977, 78 is when we got our Jaguars, and I think India is one of the very few countries which still operationalized and goes to war with Jaguar. But let's look at these aircrafts. Each of these aircrafts have a role to play. Now let's look at Sukhoi 30. Sukhoi 30 is basically an air superiority aircraft, whereas the Mirage 2000 is a ground attack aircraft. Now, can we say that Mirage 2000 is better than Sukhoi 30? No. If you talk about apples to apples, then we will not be able to, we will not be able to comment on or tell definitively that Mirage 2000 is better than Sukhoi 30. Mirage 2000 has a role to play. Like for example, in the Balakot incident, Mirage 2000 had a role to play. It was supposed to attack a ground target, whereas Sukhoi 30s are supposed to give air covers to this Mirage 2000. So Mirage 2000 needed those Sukhoi 30s for protection. So we will not be able to say whether Mirage 2000 is the top of the pyramid. Every aircraft, including MiG-21s, have a role to play. Now, secondly, let's talk about these localist conflicts, like Balakot. I mean, Shekhar Gupta tells that discussing what roles they play is misplaced, hasty, and not mature. Immediately after the incident which involved shooting down of Abhinandan, Squadron leader Abhinandan, there was a talk saying that if we had Rafale, that incident could have been avoided. Why? Is it because Rafale was superior to other aircraft? No. The weapon capabilities of Rafale would have enabled us to make that raid without crossing the Indian airspace. Why? Because Rafale is equipped with state-of-the-art missiles. So it has this missile called the Scalp missile, which has a hitting range of 500 kilometers and a total range of 600 kilometers. Now 500 kilometers is a long range. We are not talking about a range which is taking a detour, but straight line of sight range. And if we had that missile, we could have had struck Balakot without having to cross the Indian airspace. That's exactly why people talked about Rafale having been a game changer. For that, do we need a squadron of Rafale? No. Do we need a complete theater filled with Rafale? No. Even a single Rafale could have made all the difference. And therefore, even if it is one aircraft which is inducted, that is a reason for us to have euphoria and joy. Now he also talked about the integration of the aircrafts. Now, one of the reasons why we took Rafale is because of ease of integration. When Sukhoi 30 had only the Russian missiles in them, the Rafale is very flexible in it. You can have the American missiles, you can have the European missiles, you can have the Israeli missiles which are integrated into Rafale in no time. The Spice 2000 missiles which it was supposed to have, and then because of some issues of integration, we replaced with the Hammer missiles. So it's easier to do that mix and match with Rafale. So I'm not sure that the contention of Shekhar Gupta that it will take years to integrate Rafale into the Indian Air Force is completely correct or wrong. Let's also look at how aircrafts go for, how armies and air force go for war. Now he says that we had so many aircraft that it becomes a commander's nightmare. No, not so, because far ahead of any conflicts and skirmishes, these are fine-tuned through various war games and exercises. Now it's called technically ORBAT, the order of battle. Today, if there is a war which breaks out between India and, let's say, for Pakistan, theoretically, I mean, we are just talking about we are not doing warmongering, we are just talking about a theoretical possibility. It's not that immediately the army commanders will sit and scratch their head and say which battalion to put where. No. All of this are already sanctified, and they've already coded, and they've already set, they cast, saying that which battalion will go where, what would be our plans, what is the contingencies. All these things are already tried and tried and tried again in various war games and exercises that the armies and the air force and navies they take part. And therefore, it's not true that okay, Rafale has come, now we will start looking at how it's been. No, the moment Rafale is even ordered, that's the time when we would have started planning for this on bats. That's the time the commanders would have already thought on where to deploy which aircraft and for which situation. Therefore, these are the 3 points that I want to discuss. Will the Rafale be a game changer? Yes, they would be a game changer. It could be 5, it could be just 1, but even 1 is good enough for a purpose for which it is brought. Remember, Rafale is not a standalone aircraft, it is a force multiplier. So when we go for an attack, it's not just one squadron of Rafale will go. It will be a mix of Rafales and Sukhoi 30s with its greater radar and higher air superiority, giving protection to Rafale, and therefore 5 is good enough. I'm not saying that we should have 50 or 500, but I'm just saying 5 is not a small number that can be pushed away as insignificant. Secondly, discussing what roles they play is hasty. No, it's not hasty. It's been done, dusted long time ago. Right now, I'm sure in the Air Force headquarters, in the war room, there would be an order of battle which should have exactly specified where these 5 Rafales will be deployed if there is a need of deploying them. And also need to develop the doctrines. As I said, these doctrines are probably already developed. I'm sure, and let me also confess that these are not cast in stone. These would be changed through each exercises. They will be refined, and various knots will be untied and ensure that any operation would give superiority to our forces. So that's all today. Decluttering Clutter by Shekhar Gupta, episode 533. Hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you and have a great time.